Hmm. We shall see. Mm. Alrighty. So, I have decided to make a video because I'm bored. So, a couple of things that I want to go over. One, if you are a Mac user, let me tell you about this program that is absolutely fantastic. My desktop was an absolute shit show. Um, I'm talking thousands of icons all over here. And a lot of us are starting to actually like do screen shares pretty regularly. And it can just be really bothersome. So I found this fancy little app called, oh no, wrong button. This guy. All right. Um, it's Hidden Me, free, by Mass Shortcut, whatever. Anyhow, the fact is that it's amazing because you can just do this real quick. Show desktop items, hide them. So much more pleasant. Okay. So next up, we are going to, let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, we got some people here. What up, Tess? What's up, Brett, Eric, Andrew Barker? Yeah, buddy, I got some audio. What's up, Burnham? Oh, my godmother's in here. Uh-oh. All right, so next, what are we going to do? So I'm not really sure. I guess I've got to click finish when I'm done. So I guess I'll open up a new browser. Keep that one just kind of running in the background. So today is November 30th. As you can see, oh, look at that. Bitcoin's at 9,900. This is another really cool little program if you're on a Mac as well. I think I just did BTC widget for Mac. Sorry. And I got this little free widget here that just sits up here and shows me the Bitcoin ticker all day long. But I mean, you can switch it up. So if you wanted to look at BitConnect, for example, which I do some loaning on, you can get their coin price over there. But I'm not really trying to dive too deep into that at the moment. But I did want to share that with you guys because I know that there was two issues for me personally anyhow. One was just how much of a mess the desktop was. And then the other one was to be able to track my cryptocurrency investments. Man, I gotta tell you, you guys fucking trip me out. Like, the amount of people that have reached out to be like, Jake, I really think that you need to watch out. There's nothing backing Bitcoin. Guys, I get it. Thank you. I'm not asking anybody to invest their money into anything. I'm simply documenting something that I'm doing and something that, that was weird. Oh, because it's on a delay. Anyhow, I was like, why is the browser window moving? So yeah, anyhow, this is just something that I've been doing for fun on the side. As a lot of you know and you are hearing, cryptocurrency is picking up. I think that we're going to start kind of moving into this new kind of online digital currency where, we already are there right now. It's just Bitcoin as a technology or cryptocurrency or the blockchain as a technology was created to facilitate the exchange of money between people not needing the middleman anymore. So, a lot of people, or not a lot of people, a couple people yesterday sent me some articles on, it was Bitcoin outlawed. that Bitcoin should be outlawed. That this guy here, Joseph Stiglitz, who's an economist, he is the former chief economist of the World Bank, and he wants Bitcoin banned. He says that Bitcoin is successfully only because of its potential for circumvention, lack of oversight. Nobody's disagreeing with the fact that it's, it's new and it's uncharted waters. I think that, or I guess I'm seeing that a lot of the banks are figuring out ways or looking into finding out how can they integrate with this new technology. So anyhow, I don't really want to these videos aren't about Bitcoin or BitConnect or any of that. I think I'm just actually leveraging that platform to get out of my shell and make more videos. I think it's pretty clear the direction that we're going in with the internet. And I think that the creation of content is going to be where the money is at. Oh, we have questions coming in. Gordon, is it only Bitcoin crypto in the widget or is it all types? No, it's all of them. It's, as you can, there's so many of them. Like a lot of people don't understand, there's roughly about 1,200 altcoins, or, you got Bitcoin as your main coin, and then you've got all the other ones which all fall under the altcoins. And so CoinMarketCap is going to be all of them. And it's really interesting because, earlier today it was all about 90% red. And you can see that it's pulling back. And so it's like I've been saying for a while. I first got into Bitcoin. I purchased $25 worth when it was 7,200. That $25 within a week was worth like $30, even while I was waiting for the money to transfer from the bank account. And so, yeah, it grew pretty fast. Hey, look at Dash also. Jamie. Dash. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm looking at Dash and Ripple and Monero. BitConnect, you can see it's moved up. It was in position 22 yesterday. So BitConnect, what's the story on BitConnect? A lot of talk about BitConnect. Is BitConnect a scheme? Is it a Ponzi? Is it a blah, blah, blah? I'm not saying one way or another. Do I think that it has the potential to implode if the value of the Bitcoin went down and it followed it and then couldn't do all of its payouts and all that? Possibly, yeah. Hence why I say, don't throw all of your money into BitConnect loans. It's just so risky. And like I've been saying for, a week or so now, if you are not funding, let me make this clear, hold on. If you are not funding your IRA account, do not mess with this shit. Like, the government provides a vehicle for you guys to put away $4,500, $5,500 a year. So an IRA account's an individual retirement account. I know a lot of you people, or some of you people, do not know that. It is not the Irish Republican Army, or that's not what I'm referring to at the moment. So your IRA account, you can contribute $5,000. No, what's this year? I got to go look up IRA contribution 2017. Because it went up there for a couple of years. 2017 we're at $5,500. George W. Bush actually increased that by the increment of $500 over. So it went from like $3,500 to $5,500. But the point is, you can put away up to $5,500. Like, I don't care if you only put in $5. I don't care if you put in $5 a month. But just start getting something in there, because what happens is as soon as you get it into the IRA account, you're then going to be able to go and purchase some stocks or whatever, some mutual funds, or you could purchase some ETFs or whatever it is that you really want to go buy. But it's going to be wrapped. And by wrapped, that means that it's protected by the government. It is protected from taxation from the government. And so I believe it's 59 and a half is the age that you can pull out your IRA account. But let's just think or say that you had $100,000 in there, $200,000 at the end of your, say, 40 years of contribution, and you chose to max it out every year, well, at the end of that time, and it grows a portfolio of, say, $1 million, you're going to be pulling out, all of that tax-free. And so there's no question in my mind that you should be at least set up to fund and contribute to an IRA. And so I'll include a link in this video. It's to Stash. I like Stash a lot for the simple fact that it is an app that allows for you to pick some different ETFs. It sets up the auto draft. It only costs $2 per month. And they now offer the IRA wrapper. And so I was a little reluctant to kind of recommend it. Thank you, Mr. Jeffrey. And thanks, Jim. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, 6,500. Well, for you old people. For all you old people like Jim Bowdish, that's 6,500. But for us young and for us young spring chickens, it's 5,500. And I believe it's after a certain age. Anyhow, I'm harping here over the IRAs, and that wasn't the point either. It was just to make sure that you guys are not only focusing on what's glitter and what's shiny and what's, oh, Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin has got tremendous growth potential. I say 5 to 10 times, 50 to 100,000. We'll see. But the fact of the matter is you don't want to bet your house on Bitcoin right now. You still want to make sure that you're funding a traditional type IRA and that you're owning companies that have returns and things like that. Me personally, I'm always kind of heavily invested in tech, and I always have been. So right now I'm playing a lot of Amazon, and I'm thinking right now. So my main IRA account, I do mutual funds and ETFs. I don't really select individual stocks in my IRA, but in my play accounts, yeah, that's free game. So I'm currently riding Amazon and Apple and Nvidia, and I bought Twitter. I know. I'm not saying that Twitter is going to have huge growth here right now, but I do think that, Twitter is kind of a really big household name that's going to be around for a while. And then my only losing stock that I have in that portfolio, actually I can show you guys this. My only losing stock in that portfolio right now is, which guy? My only losing stock is, Snapchat. Ryan. Ryan keeps giving me shit about this Snapchat thing, and I'm like, dude. So let's go into this is not my IRA. Now keep in mind, this is just, and this is why, I was so happy when Stash came out, because when you show this to somebody, especially a young investor, they're like, oh, what is all this shit? So, let me show you my current positions. So Apple, all of this I started this year. I bought one share of Apple. I purchased it at $140. It's now at $171. I'm up $31 on that for a total of 22% on my money. Amazon, I was finally able. I picked up one share at $814, and it's currently up 44%. Next, Facebook, Nvidia, Snap's my loser here. Now, Snap came out at $24. I think 24, something like that. Then it dropped down. Is Twitter going anywhere? No, probably not. Not right this moment, I don't think. I'm just holding Twitter long term. My stuff isn't really I don't day trade. I've never day traded. I don't have the patience to keep up with day trading. I do some long term investments, long term in the sense that for me, when I put money away or to the side or into vehicles like this, I'm expecting 3 years, 5 years, to let that money start growing on itself. So check out Shopify. Why? I build e-commerce websites. Why do I need Shopify? Oh, as a stock. I get it. I'm like, why? So yeah, this is my current portfolio here of my play trading account, not my individual retirement account, but this is just a play one that I started this year. And so you can see that, overall it's not doing too bad. Snapchat here, the goal is to just
buy it down. So I purchased, I think, the first round at 21, and then I purchased the second round at like 15, or no, I guess 13.80, which averaged me out at around $17. So I'm still down 20%, but it's at least better than it was originally when I bought it at 21, and then it dipped down into the 13s there. So again, you don't necessarily want to buy all the way down, except for, let's go look at Facebook stock. Like, a lot of people seem to forget that when Facebook came out in the first year, it was down like 38%. So I'm not comparing the two by any means, but like we went from this all time, we went from 38 down to 18 within like matter of 3 months. And then you can see this, so here we've got May, almost a whole entire year before this started. So, I kind of like to buy when things are low and sell when they're high. That's kind of the name of the game. And so, like my last ride, I did Apple all the way up in 2001. I don't even remember when. I bought some Krispy Kreme stock and I lost my ass on it. I lost $2,400. I had bought X number of shares at $42, whatever that came out to. And it was like a week later, the Atkins diet comes out and my stock went from $42 down to 8 or 10. And so the reason why I'm telling you this is because after this happened, I was kind of bummed. I was 21, 22. I just lost $2,500. And I called my mom and I'm like, Mom, what do I do? How do I make money in the stock market? Like, I know people do. How do you do it? And she simply said to me, she was like, Jake, I don't know. I don't know how it's done necessarily, except for the fact that I do know one thing, is that you buy in companies that you believe in. And so at the time, I kind of looked around the room and it was like, Apple. Like, it was so clear to me that Apple was going to be a stock that I was going to ride. And so I bought Apple at like 70. I bought it at 130. I bought it at 240. I bought it at 4 something. Like, people were always saying like, oh, it's the top. It's going to, this is it. It's turning around. Like, all these naysayers and all this FUD. Apple's stock, if we look at, say, the max here, that was right around here. Because, see, I consider myself an early adopter of technology versus, say, my father, who I consider at the end of the adoption cycle. Like, my dad got his first iPhone about, I think, 3-4 years ago. So what I'm getting at here is that in 2002 and 3 and 4, I'm screaming at my, oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, because it's split. I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't buy it at $5. I was screaming all the way up here, Now, interestingly enough, I had to sell in roughly September of 2012. So as you can see, at the time, and for about a year thereafter, or 2 years, I would say, yeah, well, I sold at the all-time high, which was in fact the case. Now, me personally, I did not want to sell. For financial reasons, I had to sell. And so, as you can see, I would have held long. So, the stock market, and if you look at trends and graphs and all that, they run hot and then they pull back. Expect the pullback. Don't sit there and be like, oh my God, what's happening? The world's getting... No, it's a pullback. That's natural. Like, I could have told everybody 5-6 days ago, hey, expect Bitcoin to flash crash sometime in the next probably, week, because it's been running extremely hot. And so that's what we call market corrections. And we're shaking out the people that, are the traders or aren't in it for the long haul. And so all of my advice, or I guess my recommendations, and this is especially geared towards younger generation, It frustrated me a lot that growing up, nobody taught us about investing. Nobody taught us about the laws. Nobody taught us about how to pay taxes. Nobody taught us about, like, I don't even know really why I went to fucking school. But anyhow, you had to figure that shit out afterwards. So, you know, the people that don't have parents, they don't have a father like I did to be able to call and say, like, you know, hey, Dad, like, what's an IRA account? I keep hearing I should set one up. Or, you know, it's probably my father that actually forced me to set one up. But the point is, these are all vehicles that are available to you guys. But everyone says, you know, not today. You know, oh, I don't have enough money right now. You know, I don't have enough chump change. You don't have enough fucking chump change? Like, you don't have $5 that you could start putting towards your retirement? And so, like, people that have that kind of mindset, I'm just like, yo, I can't get down with that. I can't. I consider it just stories, it's lies, it's bullshits, and it's like, if not today, then when? And so anyhow, I'm going to wrap this up because this is actually starting to go on a tirade. But yeah, I'll include a link in the footer of my video. I'm going to see about even getting this on YouTube. I don't know now, since I'm streaming it live to Facebook through OBS. OBS stands for something broadcast software, open broadcast software, I think. And so OBS allows for you to pretty much like you can set up that, you can transition. You can go in like studio mode and do transitions that way. So it's kind of like you're in control of your own show. And so, yeah, it's a pretty cool one. I know that there's another one from a company that I love. Is it Telecast, maybe? I think it's by Panic. Panic's a company I like a lot. Broadcast software, Mac. And I'm sorry about, you know, all you Windows users. But that's it. I'm sorry. You guys should get an iPhone and get an Apple. So this is the OBS software, open broadcast software. The other one, here you are. There's two of them. Live stream is one. And then I guess Twitch, yeah. You could broadcast live on Twitch and Ustream. Where is it? Rogue Amoeba Nicecast right there. So Rogue Amoeba, trade what, Gordon? Nicecast is your own radio station. This is pretty cool. Now, I don't think. Yeah, I have to look into this stuff some more. I haven't looked into the other ones. I downloaded that OBS studio or this OBS studio about a week ago, or not a week ago, like 6 months ago, and I tried doing it, and the problem was I didn't, in my sources, I hadn't included an audio input on my different scenes. Like here it has audio input, here it has audio input, so there was no audio. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed my video for today is November 30th. I feel like I've done my homework for the day and I can go out and party now. I'm just kidding. I don't party. But yeah, anyhow, trade, not trade. Tirade, not trade. Tirade, Jake. Tirade. Yeah, I'm out. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a good night, and let me click this finish button.